Hello fellow creatives, let me hope we are all doing well, are fine and great. So today in this video I'm going to be sharing out several social messages that will help you no matter your age. You need them, okay? Will help you, okay? These are social messages. Let me just bold it a little. So in this video I'm going to be sharing some social messages, okay? Some social behaviors, we can call them messages or even behaviors that will help you, okay, in within the communities we live, within the people we live with, within our workplaces. So social messages that will help you no matter, so we put a comma here, no matter what your age, no matter your age, okay, you need them, okay, no matter your age or anywhere, so you need them. So I'm going to be sharing them out. So with number one, so let us start with our number one, okay? So with our number one, the first thing is return, okay? Return, let me just make it that, return money, okay? Return money that you have borrowed even before that person that borrowed you remembers or asks for it. It shows your integrity and character. Same goes with umbrellas, pens, lunch boxes, and any other stuff that you may happen to borrow. So okay, so always and always, because usually people forget this, if you ask someone for something, okay, whether money, whether any physical object, whether anything, okay, whether someone provides you with a certain dish, okay, so remember always to return it before that person asks for it, because just get this into your possession, that if someone happens to ask me, if I happen to maybe help someone with something, then I'm like, this person has not returned this money, maybe this thing, and I'm in need of using it. So first of all, I feel uncomfortable to come and request it back from you, okay? But then the need I have for it forces me to come, okay, and ask for it. And you may find that it will end up shaming you, because you may not have washed it if it is a dish, okay? You may have also borrowed it to someone. So always keep that in mind, that this thing that I'm having basically right now is not mine, so I have to return it. So this shows, one, your integrity, okay, and character. So you may find that this basically, the next time they are trying to give you something, they do not want to give you. First of all, if it is like an umbrella, if at all it is a pen, someone will tell you directly, I have no. Because he borrowed you with a pen, you never returned it. He borrowed you with an umbrella, you never returned it up to when it got spoiled. Maybe borrowed you with money, so now you have a problem, and you now fear maybe requesting from that person some money, because you failed to return back what he had lent you, and you may find that it was way small than the amount you want right now. So always keep that in mind. Then the other thing is number two, and you find most of the people let us first complete this. Return money or anything you have been borrowed before okay, return anything you have been borrowed before the person, before the person who borrowed you happens to remember or to ask for it. Then number 2, call. Okay, do not call anyone. Okay, anyone more than 2 times. So most of the times you may find that within this people lose out. So my suggestion is, do not call someone more than 2 times. Okay, whether you are calling that person for something worth benefiting him or her, not you, but that person not picking, it basically shows that he has something to do, okay, that is better than what you are telling him, or maybe what you are calling him for. So always keep it at 2 calls. Do not exceed the 2 calls. Okay, so because you have to presume they have something important they are attending to than picking up your calls. Okay, so always keep that in mind, because if this person is well groomed and he can understand, I'm not just being rude, but that is the reality. If a person is well groomed, or if this person is exposed after those 2 calls, if this person happens to maybe miss the phone, maybe the phone was in silent and he never happened to pick it, okay, he never saw it, this person will call you back immediately if he happens to see that call. Okay, so it is rather better to keep it at that. And I send this to the person who has been called. So if at all, let me say you were in a meeting, you didn't happen to call, okay, but nowadays with the coming of technology, they have developed phones in a way that at least when you're in a meeting, as someone is calling you, you can send a message, a brief message, I'm in a meeting, or automatically the phone tells him to leave a voice note. Okay, but then this goes to the person that basically is being called. So whenever you miss a call from someone, call back that person. Okay, so it shows it shows your character, your honesty, your integrity, your way of living and handling things. Okay, so because anyone can miss a call. Say you had gone for maybe a short call, you're in the washrooms and you left your phone in the offices, or maybe in your office, so then that is understandable, so you have to call back. Then number 3, never order the expensive dishes on the menu when someone is giving you lunch. Okay, never order any expensive thing when someone is just giving you lunch. So always learn from this. Someone has just taken you out, it isn't your bill. Okay, so do not order what you cannot also buy on your budget. So go for something small, because this person is just giving you, this person has just taken you out. And this goes to our fellow African, maybe African girls, African boys. You have been taken out for an outing, maybe someone has taken you out for a dinner. Do not order for something that you would see, like someone takes you out and you order for something that you cannot also pay for. So learn to be a little bit economical. I'm not saying that you shouldn't order for something expensive, but you also see where you are and what you can afford, or that person can afford. Yes, he can afford something bigger, but then everyone has his budget for his money. That is one. At least order a cup of tea, order a cup of tea. like something that does not endanger someone's wallet, okay, too much, okay, because you're just for a dinner, you're going to go back home and have that special meal that you need at the fullest of it, okay. So you have to keep that in mind. Then the other thing that is number 4 is do not ask awkward questions, okay. I'm going to go into detail of it. Do not ask awkward questions. So do not ask awkward questions like, also you aren't married yet, don't you have kids, why don't you buy a car, for God's sake, is it your problem? So you're out with someone has taken you out, you're like, all the questions, maybe you happen to meet someone for your first time, and all of the questions that you're trying to ask are a little bit awkward. So most of the times as you meet different people, at least try to be a little bit social and ask relevant questions, maybe some questions, but do not overgoing too deep to knowing someone's personal life. You're meeting for the first time, maybe you're meeting for the second time, and you'll make this person feel a little bit uncomfortable. So this goes to my fellow creative people. That is why I happen to share these social messages that will help you no matter your age, okay. So you need to know this, okay. So number 5, okay. So number 5, I would say, let me note it. So for our number 5, I would say that after reading a good message, okay, say after reading a good message, say thank you to the sender, okay. So this not only applies to the messages, okay, this does not only apply to the messages. People know how to say thank you, okay. So in our African upbringing, they even say, in Buganda, our upbringing, they even say, if someone, yes, you have paid for that service, okay. Let me say I happen to go to the market, then I want to buy tomatoes, then I happen to pay someone and gives me maybe good looking tomatoes, onions. Yes, I've paid for them, but if this person happens to put them in a Kavera, I've not paid for that Kavera, and I've not paid for this person to not hike the prices to maybe say these tomatoes are too expensive, what. So he tells me a fair cost, he gives me these tomatoes, he puts them in a Kavera and he hands them to me. I have to also say thank you. So whenever you're given something or a service or anything, however much you have paid for it, you have to say thank you. Why? Because this person can happen to just assume you pay that person who provides cleaning services at your home. You usually call them janitors, who cleans your home. He looks after maybe the kids. So yes, he does his work and he does it well, and you pay him or her. But just imagine if this person happens to maybe do not do it the next day, okay. In the whole month, maybe he does it but not in a perfect way. Yes, you just see he did it, it is neat, but he does not do it with love. So always, yes, you pay that person, but always remember to say thank you. That little word would encourage that person have more or get more motivated than you could at least believe. Okay, so endeavor to see that always a thank you. Yes, you pay for every service that you happen to get, but if you happen to get that service back, say thank you. You will encourage the team you're working with, and this would motivate it to even do better. Then the other thing is number 6. I do not know how to term this, but would I say care for all? So with this one, I'm a service provider, and at times you visit certain families and certain homes where you find that they are so caring that yes, they paid you, but you're you document the whole day you are with them, and if they happen to buy something it's because from morning 7, okay, we are working maybe on a certain project with those people, family members and a team of my people that are on camera, drone, and you find that we are 3 people, okay, also. Then you find that these people are too caring, okay, that you eat together, you share what it's most of the times in our African saying, we have that saying that it says gavamukulia. So it means that power comes out of eating, okay. A satisfied person is way more useful than an angry person, because this person is weak, he cannot do anything, he's only thinking of hunger, thinking of eating, you get. So you find that so the family is caring not only on eating, or not only all about eating, but it also cares about the life of the team that is working with it. Should we have some rest? Are you tired? Depending on the work you are doing. Say we are shooting a function, maybe a wedding, you find that you report even before 7, that is around 6, you're already at work, okay. Team, let me add this, team share for all, the team here working with. So this goes to everyone in our social being, okay. So I was giving you an example, so that family cares. Then you happen to visit another family, and yet they even do not have that too much. Then you happen to visit a certain family where you find that people are so selfish to an extent that you reported earlier and you found them still in bed, and basically they are doing nothing. So they happen maybe to move from the other side because they have everything done for them. They have house workers that happen to cook tea, cook food, do this. Maybe the function was paid, they hired people to do that. They are not home workers, but those services were hired for, because as service providers you do all of that, okay. Then they may be, and it may not be that maybe you're outside working on a certain project, then you happen to see where you find that it comes maybe to break time or lunch time. Then you find that these people that you're working on happen to because they are your bosses now at that time, they happen to get, I'm using it as an example, they happen to get to eat, okay. And the team they are working with, maybe any other service provider, maybe the ones working in fashion, working in what, they are not eating, okay. They are not eating, they were not catered for that at this time we shall be eating with our service providers, maybe with this. So just imagine if you are also working from morning, because for you were sleeping, you're just called when everything is ready. But this is a team that is seeing lights are up, the floor is clean, you have this dress that you have to be wearing, you have this. Please and please always learn to keep your team happy. Always learn to keep your team motivated, and do not think that the only salary maybe you pay that team for a week, maybe for a month. Their home, like daily allowances, would keep them, because they are like used to them. You do not know what the problems these people left at their homes. So always keep these people motivated, and the first motivation is to keep people satisfied at the workplace. Okay, let me say they report in the morning, let them start with a cup of tea. Then from that cup of tea, remember, as you take your break, make sure that they also have a break. Because if that person who is creative breaks down, then if you who is not creating or giving in that enough, okay, and the other people are the ones that are like coming up with whatever you're basically doing, okay, what you're presenting, it means that when the other people break down, automatically you're breaking down too. You're going to demand for speed, you're going to demand for pace at which you're working to improve their efforts, but then you're not improving the services you offer to them. You're not motivating them. You're not. So keep that in mind, that you have to keep your team, okay, care for all of your team. Let the life of your team, okay, touch you, to see that those people are basically happy. Those people, you get to know their life, their needs. You like communicate to them, bring them closer to you, okay, like for them to also feel themselves as being part of you, part of your project that you're doing, not work as just, not people that are just exhausted or exploited to see that your project comes to existence. So let them feel that they are part of the project. Let them feel that they are appreciated for whatever effort they happen to put on your project. So that is 1. Then when we come to 7, okay, so when we come to that is 7, okay, for our number 7 is so our number 7 is always open the door for the person coming behind you, okay. It does not matter if it's a guy or a girl, okay, senior or junior. Do not grow small by treating someone well in public, okay. So it is not that you be most people, for me, I usually did this here. I'm also a culprit of this. Most of the times I thought that is only done for ladies, as you do it as a gentleman. But in a proper way, no matter what age that person who is coming from your back, or maybe from behind you, is either junior or senior, no matter what age, no matter what position at the workplace, but always you have to make sure that you open a door for that person who is coming behind you. Say just you enter, okay, you enter maybe a certain place and there is someone too close to you. Just imagine, because most of these doors in the modern days, like bank doors, shopping mall doors, if at all they are not rotating, they are not just made open, you may find that most of the times when you open it and enter, it closes automatically. So just imagine someone is coming from your back. Then the moment you enter, you let go of the door, then it goes back and hits that person maybe in the face, and to realize it is maybe your boss, or it is that person you treasure most, and he was maybe following you to say something to you, maybe to notify you that hey, to maybe greet you. Just imagine that. It would be out of shame. So you doing that does not make you lose anything, but it makes you someone intelligent, someone with a good integrity, and someone respectful and of honor. Okay, so that is it basically. Then for our number, let us first note it. So always open a door, okay, for the person coming, okay, coming behind you, coming behind you. Okay, so please members, remember to like subscribe. Okay, so remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, that is Munya Scripts Lifestyle and Gary Films Production, where we happen to share a lot of content that is to help us grow up and grow up economically, socially, and not politically. So we do not enter any political affairs, but our aim of this channel is to see that we grow economically and socially, and improve our lives as creative people and the people at large that follow us as we create. Okay, to see how we could earn from the content we create and to see us grow as creative people. So with our number 8, because I do not want this video to go a little bit too more like too large, okay, too large, and it is already exceeding 27 minutes. So in our number 8, okay, never interrupt people talking, allow them to pour it all, as they say, hear them all and filter them all. So never, briefly, never interact people when talking. So I believe that for me, where I grew up from here in Uganda, that is the Buganda Kingdom, as we grow up, we have those norms that inform us that you find that whenever big people are basically talking, first of all, they tell you, they chase you away. You don't have to be in their conversations. So that is one way. Before you could even interrupt their talking, you're chased away, because they do not even allow you to tap into the elders' conversations. Then the other thing, they always tell you to like wait for omuntu omukulu tebamuwanda bigambo mukamwa. So that is like, if you happen to like talk before your parent completes what is saying, or before that elder person completes what is saying, it is like you're disrespecting him. It is like you are like touching his beard, omukwata ku kirevu, like you're touching his beard, you're like minimizing him or her. So always we grow up knowing that whenever an elder person is maybe talking, you have to make sure that you avoid their conversations, or even leave them, or when they are like talking to you, you wait for them to first complete, and after them completing, it is them to tell you, it is even them to ask for your opinion, and you have to be anxious enough to know, is what I'm going to reply okay? And if it is maybe stupid, if you are told it is not relevant, then it is rather better for you to keep quiet, because if it is not relevant, you may end up being slapped, because it would look like maybe disrespecting that elder person. Then the other thing that I see usually, people in our age group, that they are basically that they are basically this always open, okay, never interact. So never interact, that is so never interact people. That is, we have finished that. Then the other idea that I would share with you is about the other idea that I would happen to share is that I would put on number 9 is never pass in between people, because I see it is like fading out. You find that most of the times maybe people are not told as they grow up, but it shows no respect when people are standing somewhere talking, maybe conversing, and you come and pass in between them. So for you, you're on high speed, you just come and pass in between them. So when you get to them, yes, they may be blocking the way. One is standing one side and another one the other side, and they are in the corridor. When you reach to them, you can tell them, excuse me, may I pass? So then you pass. Okay, it shows respect. It like shows that you grew up from a well-bringing, like a family. So it is, they may not even say maybe, yeah, they look at your integrity, but they also thank and look at where you grew up from. So endeavor to see that you never pass in between, okay, in between people. Okay, it is disrespectful. Then for our number 10, okay, so for our number 10, so I'm going to divide this into two videos. This is video 1, and in our number 10, so in our number 10 I'll have this: if you take a taxi with a friend and he or she pays now, try paying next time. So this applies to a lot of people. So if you take a taxi with a friend, maybe you meet a friend on the way, and this friend is like, maybe he pays for the first time, then you pay for the second time. Maybe you're boarding from somewhere, you're heading somewhere together, okay, for a certain cause. So if your friend happens to pay for the first time, he pays maybe 5k, maybe pays $1 for both of you, maybe $1 of his, maybe $2 of his, then $2 of yours. The next stage or the next boarding happen to see that you also pay for the both of you. It shows respect, and that does not make you look like a parasite, okay? Because you people, this person would not ask you directly that you pay, I paid the other time, but the next time he finds you when you're like to board the same train, to board the same taxi, he says, no, I'm not going, maybe I'm going later on, maybe I was just walking around, just taking a nap. So always remember to always cover up if someone covers up for you, okay? Whether it is for a job, you're working maybe on a certain job, if you happen to have a job, maybe a certain problem maybe at home, and someone covers in for you, so always remember to say thank you, and when you happen to go back, remember to say thank you to him physically. Then also remember that if one day he also happens to get into maybe something and he needs some immediate covering, maybe an immediate attending to it, so you have to cover in for him or her. So always keep that in mind. Let us note it. So let me note it as, if a friend pays now, then pay later. or pay for the next repaying. Okay, so let me hope we've understood it, even if you have not understood it, but you have tried to understand the explanation that I happen to give. Okay, so remember that if you tease someone, okay, if you tease someone and they do not seem to enjoy it, stop it and never do it again. It encourages one to do more than you would expect. Okay, first of all, even teasing, okay, teasing, first of all, even teasing is not what is not right. Okay, so never tease someone. And if you are teasing that someone jokingly and this person like appears not to appreciate your teasing, please and please stop the teasing and even say sorry to that person, because if whatever situation you are teasing this person with, it will encourage or it will spark this person to like move that extra step to see that this person improves, okay, for a better person of himself, so that he outcompetes you, so that you feel ashamed the next time. Okay, so remember this, that the more you tease people, the more you wake them up. The more you underlook people, the more you wake them up. The more you like talk ill about people or see them under you, the more they compete and output you. So always remember that. If you do not want to be outcompeted, if you do not want to like wake up or spark people up so that they become even greater than you or better than you, leave them in their comfort zones. Stop teasing them. Okay, so that is it. So please and please, my fellow creative people, the people who are watching my videos right now, remember to subscribe and remember to keep watching MUCIAN's lifestyle channel, where we share a lot of content, from learning something as creative people to learning everything from financial wisdom, social wisdom, from economical wisdom, social wisdom, and where a lot of stuff that is creative wisdom, and that is it. So remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share these videos so that we may grow together economically, socially, and we improve our lives for the better. Or I may touch someone's life with you just sharing this video. Okay, we may change someone's life, we may like spark someone's life to get better and better off. So please subscribe. My aim is to see that I reach more than 500,000 subscribers before this year ends, and we are basically left with just 2 months. So make me happy, give me that as my gift for the next year. So thank you for watching. I believe that is all possible. Let us meet in the next video of this one. So we are calling this one 1, and in the next video I'm going to be starting from where I've stopped. I'm going to come up with number 12, and we continue with some of the social messages that will help you. No matter your age, you need to know them, okay, for you to be better and relate with people in the best way. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe.